troublemaker. You can believe it however you can go to the grave with your attitude. You can go to the grave with your own beliefs. But I'll tell you what, you better check out your beliefs where you draw your last breath. But once you draw that last breath and you leave this world, you can't change what your ideas in your mind and your heart. And your ideas and my ideas need to line up with Jesus' ideas. Amen. I got to looking out of curiosity at all the people groups that Paul preached to. He preached to white people. He preached to black people. He preached to red people. He preached to yellow people and never other color people, even if they're greens. He preached to many different nationalities. I got to looking at those nationalities. Some of them lived under the power of a king, one ruler. Some lived under the power of a senate or a body who ruled over them. See, today we think all the rest of the world's like America. The rest of the world's not like America. America's like no other nation in the world. How many people do you hear saying, I want to leave America and go to that country to live? I bet you never heard anybody say that. And yet, it seems like some people want us to be like all the nations of the world. I want to tell you, I don't know a single nation I'd like to be like. Not anywhere on the face of the earth. You know why it's that way? Because God has given us a blessed land. Amen. Very blessed. And we have privilege. I was thinking about the preacher who told me he talked to the 13-year-old. In other countries, many of them, most of them, you couldn't talk about Christ in open, in the public, in a downtown area. But here, we're still blessed. I don't know how much longer. But we're still blessed to be able to talk to somebody else about Christ. Of course, they tell us you can't do it at school. You can do it on the college campus. You need to do that on your own time. Let me tell you, how much time do you own? When you start talking like that, you don't know if you'll live the next 5 minutes. Say, well, nothing like that would ever happen in the worship service. Crossgate Baptist Church about 10 years ago, had a missionary couple come home, and the father and mother came to be there, and the missionary couple got up to share their faith, probably been 15 years ago. And while they got up to share, the father had a heart attack and fell in the aisle and died on a Sunday morning during the worship. I thank God he was a Christian, but it shook that church. You don't know. You just think you know. I don't know. I mean, I'd live to see the end of the service. And I know what some of you think, if you preach like you usually do, we might be here a while, and that could happen. We're all made from one blood. And we are called and led by God. Let me just tell you this. If you are led by God, the gospel that we are to share, we ought to be sharing with everybody. Not just somebody. I didn't always realize that. But God helped me to see that, and I know God is the one that did it. And I pray you see it and you believe it. That we share the gospel to all people. The gospel is of all the people of the earth. This was the understanding and practice of the early church, and it should be ours. The purpose of the church, your reason for existing on this earth as a Christian, is to tell others about the good news. The early church obviously understood that this was their purpose. The gospel was initiated by God. Man did not create the gospel. Man did not come up with the idea. Even before man was created, even before man sinned, God already had a solution. And the solution is the gospel message. Death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus. And it's because God loved you that He sent forth His only one-of-a-kind Son to die for you and me. God loves you. When you doubt it, God still loves you. Amen. God initiated this gospel. And this gospel is for every individual, Jews and Gentiles. Man, some of these names you read of different people groups in the Bible, I can't even pronounce them. I have to pull out my Gateway Bible audio, and even after I listen to the audio, I still can't pronounce it. God reaches strange people. He loves strange people, different from us. God loves them all. He sent His Son for every one of them. We ought to be free to share the gospel as He gives us opportunity. We ought to be free. We ought to be eager. I'm going to tell you the greatest thing. I'm looking over here very quickly. I want to mention this. My mother-in-law sitting right there. Is that all right for me to talk about you and me? One of the best times I ever had was at Trace Ridge Baptist Church in Ridgeland, Mississippi. My mother-in-law dressed up like a clown. And if she told you the truth, she'd probably tell you he really didn't have to dress up. But I did dress up like a clown. And we went up and down streets all throughout Ridgeland, Mississippi. We didn't miss a street. It was hot. I mean, it was very hot. You ever had makeup on you? You ought to have yellow and red and black and white all on your face at one time. And dripping down on my clothes, I looked like a horror story. I'm telling you. And we went out and we spent a bunch of money. We spent a bunch of money. I thank God for a church that's willing to spend a bunch of money. And we rented a truck, a van, and we gave away snow cones. Went all over Ridgeland, Mississippi, inviting people to Vacation Bible School, handing out free snow cones. Huh? I'm dressed up like a clown. There's hardly a street that we didn't cover. And I want to tell you what, we have more people show up on Monday. We have more people show up on Monday than we had planned for. And we didn't have enough teachers and we didn't have enough material. We had to double up on everything. But we made it through the week. Now, why am I telling that story? I'm telling you that sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ is not only a duty and a privilege, but it is fun. We're missing out on opportunity. I hope you'll take advantage. I hope we all will take advantage of every opportunity God gives us to share the gospel, to let boys and girls and families come to know the Lord. Don't let this world, the cares of this world, don't let the devil, don't let selfishness that abides in your heart cause you to miss the opportunities that God gives you. God is leading. I'm going to tell you, the gospel became the passion of the early church. It became their passion. They were driven. It wasn't just the preachers. It was the people sitting in the pew. They had a passion in their heart. Listen, the preachers couldn't do everything. And the church acknowledged, God acknowledged that. And God gave other leadership like the deacon body. But even more than that, He gave teachers. And He gave evangelists. And He tells us why. So that the church can carry out its mission and do ministry. It became a passion to the early church. And they supported the church, the local church. I'm going to tell you, it wasn't just a universal church. There is a universal church. That's all the believers of the earth. If one day we'll all be together. Somebody asked me one time, do you believe we'll all be in one room? All I know is God's going to make room. And we'll all be together. It'll be yellow, red, black, and white. One time in a heated debate, a man told me, he said, when I get to heaven, I'll change. What he was talking about is, in his heart, he had a hard time accepting blacks and whites being together. I said, well, here's the only problem with that. Jesus said, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. saying, wait until you leave this world to become who I want you to be. God says, I want you to become that right now. Some people reject that. It's going to be a shame when culture and upbringing that has caused people for a lifetime, to hate and reject other people, to die and find out they were mistaken. They had not given their heart to Jesus.